But anyway, so here we are. Where are we today? Not much. Watching paint dry, honestly. Let's go through the positions. What do we have? We have, well, I was long 2x ETF of Apple, closed those up, we're done with that. I am short 2,000 shares of Joby Aviation. And at the same time, I'm short the puts that are expiring tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I'm short the physical shares. And just for a little hedge, I bought some calls in case it rips here. I think this is going to 10, so it's going to be a wonderful little trade for me going forward. I should have probably sold it this morning, but anyway. So I'm long 5,000 shares of Lithium Americas Corp. Average cost 333, and it's 322. But I did cover calls last week on the weekly options, took in 13 cents. So position is overall is about even. I am along a synthetic on NUGT, which is a 2x ETF of gold miners. I think gold is going to have a massive run from here. It's been going consolidating or going sideways for almost 4 months now. And we're going for the breakout. It's not a full position yet. I'll probably have a chance to do it. So I'm short the September 75 puts with about a quarter or close to a third of that money that I took in. I went and bought a call debit spread. So I'm short the 75 puts, long the 80 calls, and short the 95 calls. And I put this position on with about $3.70 in credit. And I explained to my members yesterday how I choose my strikes, my expirations. So I'm not going to get into that. It's for them. Next position is I'm long. It is a long strangle on Open Door, one of the semi-meme stocks, or not semi, it's a meme stock. I'm long 5,000 shares. I'm short the 2 puts and short the 2.5 calls. Combined, I took in about 40 cents. If I get called away, they can have it. If I get assigned, I'll get assigned another 5,000 shares, which is fine by me. That's called a long strangle. Next position, SoFi. I'm short 2,200 shares of SoFi and also short the puts, which are expiring tomorrow. There is still some meat left on those bones. So we'll keep the position as is. And 2 more positions. I am in a pure synthetic with September options on SoundHound. I am short the 13 puts and long the 15 calls. A lot of people ask me, like, why do you do synthetics? It's much more capital efficient as opposed to buying 1,000 shares of the stock. Although in this case, it's not, because some brokerages raised the requirements. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. And yesterday, I started buying some puts on SPY. I bought the August 15, 630 puts. I'm up to 20 puts, 20 SPY 630 puts. But this morning, when they were about 13, 14 cents, so you guys are going to say, what is 13, 14 cents, Sergio? It's a lot, actually. When they were about 13, 14 cents, I went and sold 0 DTE 630 puts against my long August 15th puts. 20 options, taking $260, $70. What does that do? It lowers my cost basis, right? I'm going to do it again tomorrow. And once we roll over, I'll leave the puts alone. I'll still do it. Even if I do this, a week, I'm going to lower my cost basis probably by $1. And if the market goes higher, I'm going to lose $1 on my long puts, but then it kind of gives me a little bit of a cover. So I will add to the puts. I think we're going to have a sell-off. Not a meaningful one, but a reasonably decent sell-off. And yeah, those are the positions. I got 15 minutes. Let's look at a few charts. This is SPY. Grinding higher, actually snapping back to the trend line that we broke down from. This is 1 year, 1 day. Triple Q. Same thing, grinding higher. All-time highs. And Apple is trying here. Earnings are coming up on all the Max 7. By the way, Google's earnings came out yesterday. They were really, really good. I'm long Google in my investment account at 143. Look, I lucked out completely. Completely lucked out. But that's why you have an investment account, a trading account. And an investment account, I try to keep it 1 year, 1 day. Take advantage of lower capital gains taxes. And in your trading, it's all short term. You're taxed at your ordinary income rate, so be careful with that. Let's look at the Tesla. 303. Bounced a couple of bucks from the low at 301. It's testing the 200 EMA. I mean, I have that little wedge drawn. I don't know. What is the catalyst for the stock to go up other than FinTwits yelling saying Tesla is cheap at 300? I don't know. But again, I said Tesla has been dead money. A lot of people argue with me. Let's look at it. Where is Tesla today? Tesla today is exactly 300, right here. Let's go back. All here. Folks, that's October of 2021. 300. What say you folks? Dead money? Now, has there been wonderful trading opportunities? Yes, look at this thing. Goes from 100 to 300, then goes back to 150. From 150, it goes to 488, then goes to 220, then goes to 350. You trade. Stocks are to be bought and sold. That's all I'm saying. Tesla has been dead money, and it's going to be dead money for a while until all the new additions to the revenue stream and earnings stream show up. Become a reality, basically. So don't price it in today because they have it coming. Price it in. Start pricing it in when they start selling these things. A couple of the short positions I'm in. SoFi, I'm short 2,200 shares. I'm short pretty much market prices, but I'm also short to put. SoFi earnings are coming out next week. MACD did give it a little sell signal, but still positive. So I like SoFi short here. The other one I'm short is the most ridiculous valuation I've ever seen in my life. This is the flying cabs or taxis or whatever the heck they are. Company's worth $15 billion called Joby Aviation. Those are the EV tolls. You talk about expensive, folks. Company's worth $15 billion. Actually, compared to this, Tesla is cheap. $15 billion valuation, not one red penny of revenue. Forget earnings. Not a red cent. So I can say it's selling 300 times sales. They don't even have sales. I mean, that's why I'm short, and I'm going to keep pressing my short. That thing is going to die. I'm long 5,000 shares of LAC, Lithium America. It's either building a bull flag or we're done going up. I'll probably sell it at some point. And open door, sorry. That's the long strangle I have. If it closes here tomorrow, it could be anywhere. I don't know. If it closes here tomorrow, I will be called away. If it's below 250, we'll call the short strangle, then the 2 puts and 2.5. These are expiring tomorrow. They're going to expire worthless and lower my cost basis by 40 cents. And then either I'll sell it or I'll sell calls against it or whatever. I have many choices. And my members are big. I was big in it too, and I sold it too early. They're in WeRide. They've been in it in the sevens, mid sevens. I posted on my chat group today. Don't forget about my saying, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. Don't be a pig. 7.5 to 10 and change is 30%. Who's going to give you 30% in a month or two? That's why it's called trading. And I am watching Lululemon like a hawk. Down another 4. Now we're making a lower low, which is what I expect. 200 I'm hoping it gets to 200. And MACD doesn't. I want it to roll over, but then bullish divergence is setting it up here. This could be the mother of all bullish divergences. Yeah, I'm watching Lulu. I'm watching Lemonade. Not the lemonade stand, the company Lemonade. It's consolidating here right above the 50 EMA. Next leg up probably coming up on this. I'm really, I like this company quite a bit. Upstart, I was looking at. Earnings are coming out in a week or so on that. Probably a good short in here. A lot of these high flyers like Oklo. New high today. Good volume. Again, another company that's valued at $8 billion with not a penny sales. They have a couple of drawings of small nuclear reactors. I mean, look, valuations in the marketplace, I don't have to say it. They've gone crazy. Ridiculous. Here's Hood. Yeah, pull back a little bit, 113 to 100, and then they're all panicking. They're like, oh, I'm like, it's crashing. I'm like, what do you mean? It's down 10%. On the next retest of the high, I will definitely short Hood. Palantir, pretty close to a new high. Grinding higher, $155 stock. We'll see what we do with that. A couple of other names I'm watching. I'm watching Rumble. $10 number. I like this pattern. It tried to break out and got rejected a couple days ago. I'm watching it closely. Soundhound. Consolidating here above the 2050, 200 EMAs, MACD above 0. I like it here. That's why I have the synthetic, but I will definitely press on it. And gold. Down a couple days in a row after retesting the high, which is expected, pulling back to 20 EMA, but I'm long NUGT. I want to add to this position. I tried to add this morning. It didn't work out. On a breakout, I see this going to 92. I explained to my members yesterday how I measure things. That's why I'm short the 95 calls and long the 80 calls. That's the call debit spread that I have. TLT, interest rates. Interest rates have been going up. While President Trump wants 300 basis point interest rate cut, not a goddamn chance that's going to happen. And today, President Trump was about to visit the Fed. I would have liked to be a fly on the wall in that meeting between Jay Powell and President Trump. And I know he's not too fond of Jay Powell. He wants him to cut rates. I go, President Trump, every asset is at an all-time high. Why do we need interest rate cuts? Oh, that's because we owe $38 trillion. I got it. And dollar index, I watch at least a couple times a day. DXY is the symbol. Yeah, we're rallying a little bit, but that's what the dollar has done this year, folks. Is it a coincidence that the stock market, gold market, Bitcoin are at all-time highs? Look at that slide, 11% slide. And this is against a basket of currencies. Last but not least, VIX I watch once in a while. Not that one, this one. Making a lower low today at 15.15. So that means if VIX is at 15, it's cheap to buy options. It may not be worth selling options because volatility is so low. When do we sell volatility? When VIX is at 20, 25. Here, you buy volatility. But to each their own. 15 is good support, although it's actually more than normally elevated levels. VIX about 12, 13 is the range. We've been stuck at 15, so VIX is a counter indicator to markets, as you know. But what else am I looking at? Let me look at my little watch list. What am I looking at as far as candidates? What am I watching? Okay. Yeah, the Albemarle. I added that to my watch list. CCJ. All these lithium stocks and rare earth stocks are doing extremely well. think it's MP. Yep. That's MP Metals. That's why I was liking LAC, but it kind of died. It's not following through. I should have bought PLL. I looked at the same day. I bought LAC as opposed to PLL. PLL has gone from about 7 to almost 9 now. What else are we looking at? Rigetti, some of the quantum computing stocks broke out of the swedge, holding really well. That's why I think I'm just going to go add to SoundHound any day now. Yeah, it's just consolidating and break above 13. We're going to look at 16, 18 on that one. I'm definitely going to be in there. Chipotle had a nasty, and I guess they're not eating as many burritos, the youngsters. See, again, it's just like a stock-specific thing. Market all-time highs. Chipotle is making not all-time, but 52-week lows almost. Circle. I'm interested in the FIG IPO, Figma. Yeah, Circle. We'll give it a chance at the 50 EMA. Core view. Yeah, lower lows, lower highs. Stay away until we get to 200 EMA on that one. What else? Yeah, that's about it, folks. Kind of a ho-hum day. Hopefully expecting a sell-off at some point. Next 3 days, maybe a week or so. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, that's about it. NVIDIA making new all-time high after new all-time high. $4.2 trillion company now. Had a little sell-off coming back. All these are trying to work on bearish divergences, actually. A lot of people into Oscar. I told them. Some of my members are in it. I said, break even. Take your break even. Get the F out of Dodge. No, it's going to 25. I go, okay. Hey, man, what can I do? Stocks are to be bought and sold. Not every stock, but once in a generation, you'll run into an NVIDIA or a Palantir, different story. And then most people go sell cover calls on it. I go like, man, that is the wrong way to do this job. Ooh, SMCI is 53 now. It's grinding higher. After that pattern breakout, I would have expected it to be a lot quicker than what it's doing. And I guess it's not. I will add to my puts for sure. When I say my puts, SPY puts. And I'll sell the 0 DTs against it. What else? Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Let's go to the front. Let's take a look. Yeah, nothing is going on really. Not much is going on. Yeah, it's giving me a chance on NUGT. I'll add, open, leave it alone. SoFi, leave it alone. I'm short to 21.5, 21, and 20.5 puts. I may get a sign, close the short position that way, or I'll sell the puts again for next week. Earnings are next week on SoFi. Joby, I will add to the short side. I'm short the puts, they're expiring worthless. I'm short the 16.5s, 16s and 15.5s. Took in another 60 cents each. Keep raising my cost basis. It's called a covered put as opposed to covered call. You guys have to watch some previous episodes of either Power Hour or Trading with Sergio to understand what a covered put is. Okay, folks, much love. Stay safe. Be healthy.